it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would do a little tattoo talk. Primarily just talking about the different kinds of tattoos I have. I only have 6. They're nothing, extravagant. They're not anything massive. I eventually would like to get to something, a little bit more in-depth, more detailed. But at the moment, I only have 6. I really love tattoos. It's kind of funny. At one point in my life, I thought tattoos were terrible. I thought they were disgusting. I said, I'll never get one. Like, why would you put something permanent on yourself? I didn't understand why people enjoyed them. But then one time I saw a tattoo, I think it was either on Pinterest or Instagram, and I really, really liked it. It was very simple. It was very basic. But it fit me, and so that ended up being my first tattoo, which I will talk about in a minute. But after that one tattoo, I swear it was just, that's all she wrote. That's all I want now are tattoos and piercings, just poke and prod me. So I thought I would talk about my 6 tattoos. And every time I get a tattoo, maybe I'll do like an update, like, oh, this is what I've got now, blah, blah, blah. So the first tattoo I got was in 2014. It was July. It was July of 2014. And it is my book tattoo. It is on my left wrist. Yes, my first tattoo was on my wrist. So many people are like, oh my God, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. Why are you doing your wrist as your first tattoo? And I'm like, you know what? I like it. I like where it is. I get to see it all the time. I really love my book. Now, another thing that people have commented about is the fact that it is upside down to others. So like when I extend my hand, it is upside down to someone else. But my tattoos are for me. They're not for anyone else. They're for me. So if I want to see my book, I'm going to put it the way I can see it. So that's why it is in the direction it's in. That's why it's facing me. It's not, upside down to me. It is right side up to me. I love my book tattoo. It's going on 3 years old now. So it's still very new. Something I will comment, I've said this in my piercing videos before, my pain tolerance must be relatively high because it didn't hurt me at all. Everyone was saying, oh my God, your wrist is gonna hurt. There's like no fat there. It's just skin and veins and stuff. And it didn't hurt at all. My mom even commented saying that the whole time that my arm was out and he was tattooing me, I was smiling and like cracking jokes. It's nothing big. It's not a big tattoo. It's not like it covers this whole area, but it's still significant to me, especially as someone who loves to read and as someone who has an English degree, who has a library science degree. Books are a passion of mine, and so of course I was going to display my love where I could see it all the time. So my second tattoo came in April of 2015, and that is on my right ankle. It is a cat and dog silhouette tattoo. Again, I believe I found it on Pinterest. Now, I will say, out of all of my tattoos, that one hurt the most. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's like the location or if because the lines are so thick. I remember talking to my mom and she was like sitting in the corner playing on her phone, and I was like, Mom, you need to talk to me because I feel like I might pass out. And she was like, so how about this weather today? That is not the kind of conversation I'm talking about. Give me something where I have to think. I will say that my leg also jumped a lot, and I felt so bad for the tattoo artist because she kept saying, you gotta stop having your leg jump, you gotta stop it. It's very hard to do this. And I'm sitting there, oh my God, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that was definitely my most painful tattoo. I honestly don't know why. I'm gonna insert a picture here so you can see what it looks like. Let's give a close-up look of that. So my third tattoo didn't come around for a little over a year, and it was August of 2016. And that is my Celtic knot tattoo right here on the right side wrist. I got this on the anniversary of what was an important date for me. This tattoo has a lot of meaning behind it. Again, I found it on Pinterest, as I find everything. I swear, nothing of mine is original except for the one on the back of my neck, which I'll get to in a moment. But this Celtic knot, this is actually upside down when I'm holding it like this. So like when my arm is just down at my side is when it is right side up. But this is supposed to symbolize new beginnings. I got this tattoo, like I said, on the 1-year anniversary of a date that used to be pretty important to me. But this tattoo, I don't know, it's very simple, but I love it. I love the placement. Again, this didn't really hurt at all, and it took less than 15 minutes to do. So just a very simple Celtic knot symbolizing new beginnings. So my 4th tattoo came very shortly after in November of 2016, and that is on my inner left elbow. I guess that's what you call that area. And they are lyrics. These lyrics are from a Disturbed song called The Brave and the Bold. Disturbed is by far my favorite band. So here are the lyrics. It says, "Take the path that the weak ones demonize." The Brave and the Bold is a song that comes off of Disturbed's most recent album that they put out in 2015. So many good songs on that album, but that line itself spoke deeply to me. I'll play it so you can actually hear what it sounds like in the song. Again, a very simple tattoo, didn't take any time, didn't hurt at all. This one did bleed a little bit, I will have to say. My book didn't bleed, this one didn't bleed, my ankle one didn't bleed, but this one bled. Not much, but it bled. I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to seeing blood. I will say that the other ones bled, but it's not like I didn't visually see it. It just came up off the bandage when I took it off. But yeah, not painful at all. A lot of people had said this area was gonna be painful. It wasn't, at least for me. Again, pain tolerance varies from person to person, so my pain tolerance is clearly higher, I guess, than others. I don't know. But yeah, so that was tattoo number 4. Tattoo number 5 is my biggest one to date, and that came December 2016. I was boom, boom, boom with those tattoos. It's on the back of my neck. I will insert a picture. It is a fleur-de-lis with LSU watercolors. Now, the reason why they're LSU colors are because both of my master's degrees have come from LSU. And even though I have done the program online, I have attended both my graduations in person. I have actually walked across the stage, gotten my diploma, despite the fact that I didn't actually attend physically the school. So down in Louisiana, the fleur-de-lis is a huge symbol. Ever since I started going to LSU, I love the fleur-de-lis. It is a gorgeous symbol. And so while I was down there, I was like, what better way to commemorate my 2nd graduation than to get a tattoo? So I do have a fleur-de-lis with LSU colors on the back of my neck. LSU colors are gold and purple, so those are the watercolors around them. The tattoo did take several hours to do, and by the end of it, my butt was hurting. My neck was kind of hurting too because the guy kept going over areas, but it didn't really hurt until like the last hour. But mostly I was just getting really antsy. I just needed to get up because I had been sitting way too long. But yeah, so that was tattoo number 5 and the biggest one to date. And finally, my most recent tattoo, which came in January of 2017, is on my finger. This is just a simple lotus blossom looking tattoo with a little swirl. My mom actually found this on Pinterest, go figure, and we got matching tattoos. She has the same exact one on her same finger, done by 2 different artists, but you know, they look pretty much the same. After this one tattoo, I want to get the rest of my fingers covered, and yeah, so took 5 minutes, maybe, didn't hurt at all. And that is it for all the tattoos I have at the moment. Only 6, like I said, but I have so many ideas of ones that I want. Not exactly sure you know, placement wise where I would want them, but I have a ton of ideas that I want, you know, maybe at some point get a half sleeve, maybe a whole sleeve, I don't know. But it's funny how, you know, several years ago before I got my first one, I was like, no way in hell am I ever gonna get a tattoo. Why would I want that? That's gross, it's permanent. Why would anyone do that to themselves? And now I'm sitting here going like, why wouldn't anyone do that to themselves? I mean, I love piercings and tattoos, and you know what? It's self-expression. You know, yes, tattoos are permanent. Yes, you should put a lot of thought into them before you get them. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. You want to get it? Go get it. Who gives a crap? You know, I'm tired of people being like, oh, what's the meaning behind that tattoo? No meaning. I just liked it. Why does everything have to have a meaning? Yes, mine do have meaning behind them. But who's to say I'm not going to get one that doesn't really have a meaning behind it? I just like it. You know, who cares? It's your body. You do what you want to do with it. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, you know the drill. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys.